Hello, and this is a little demo on how to install the Redis Client toolkit of Bravo Data Systems. So first off, we're going to go the file that for installing this is under Bravo Data Systems LLC, and you'll get this filed in the mail, probably this Redis Client. See, the idea is you'll go to wherever that is, click on it. After you have, like, let me give an example. If I was here, I can like in this case, say open packages and then say where it's located. In this case, it's off my my C drive here because I actually wrote it, so that's where I actually put the file. Um, so it's Redis client in this case, and then that's the file. So select that, and that'll install it. You'll prompt it. Now it does require to install Karaya, and it also requires installing OpenG packages. So it's going to basically do both of those. If you don't find that those installed as they should have, then I would say go install the overall OpenG toolkit. And they also go install the Karaya test framework. And both of those will allow then the client to work fully. So what I'm going to do now is this particular machine already has the client installed, so I'm not going to actually install this like this. But if I look under here, and I type in up in the winter here, I type in Redis, okay, and you see the Redis client is installed, and 118.06 is the one version that's there, and you can see it's from Bravo Data Systems. So in this case, so that's pretty much once that installs, then you should be good to go. And now let me go into a working version of LabVIEW that's got that installed out of this. So if I'm in Windows now, and I want to see with the client where it's located on the palette, and it's actually installed under network caches. And under that, you'll see something called a Redis client, and this is the VIs that come with the client. This is actually the Redis component, which really does all the lifting for the connection. And then you have a Redis client config, which is just a cluster of the IP address, the port, and the connection ID. And then the Redis command is all the different commands and the enum of all the different commands that can be issued. There are a substantial number of commands, over around 250 different commands that supports. And then you've got the Redis data package, which is the return cluster from the request, and the Redis type, which is kind of it's part of the data structure. The type of data that comes back is located in that. So that's what these are meant to be. So really, most of the heavy lifting is in the Redis component. And so if I grab that and throw it up here, you can kind of see from the help system um, that this is the Redis component. And it's under Redis, it makes itself into a library, and it gives you a little bit of information as to what it does as far as the key, the payload, which is an array of strings, and then an error in and a timeout value, and then elapsed time of how long this takes to run, and then an error out, and notes if it has any to give you. The data package itself, that's your Redis data that's coming back, and that is a cluster, and then a Redis info coming back out. The idea is you chain this into multiple um, railroad tracks like system to open, do the command, and then close. So that's how it's meant to be run. It also returns with an is connected flag, so you know whether there is an issue that it did connect. And then again, your Redis command coming out the top is your enum, so you can tell it what command you want it to run. So that's how it's structured. So that's really what comes in the package. And I would expect this to need to be modified in the future as different commands are issued for the different manufacturers of Redis or Valkey or Memri. So those commands will be enhanced in the future. So the other thing is I want to show you is how to get to the Karaya test framework. Under Karaya, under this, you need to go to find examples. I'm going to open up examples shortly here, and then that will let me see the. Now I have to go to files to get the data to get it to show up. So I want to go to excuse me here. I want to go to um, somehow that didn't want to do it. So let's try again. Find examples. Okay. So it come up with examples. Here's example finder. Okay, that's good. So we do a directory structure. I come down here with a network cache, hit that, and I have Redis client, and there's my examples. Okay. Now in these cases, these are all my cryo tests. So what I'm going to do is open up this one that says the whole kind of the whole all the test itself, which is the main tester for the whole thing. Examples. Let me go back to. So I go back to the examples for network cache. Okay, let me get back to that. Examples. Okay, that's what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is tell this thing to run one of the testers, cryo tests. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Cryo tests. And under cryo test, it's got a general test suite, Redis lib test suite. So I'm going to open that up. And this one actually runs all the different tests. What this will be useful for is it gives you examples on how to run each of the commands, pretty in-depth ones, and it also tells you whether your particular server will actually pass that test. So sometimes some of the features are, although most of the commands are supported with the different servers, different manufacturers, not all, and especially not some of the ones that are like Garnet from Microsoft. Those a lot of those just aren't supported. So in this case, I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So in this case, he's running all the different commands here and those runs fairly fast. I'm going to go ahead and kick this off and I'm going to let it run the tests. And in this case, you can see that it ran pretty much nothing failed. And you can see all the different tests that are ran. And so it's pretty thorough, really. And as far as the testing, now if I wanted to see how this was actually structured, a simple test, I can click on this, and this pulls up the VI for the test for the getting the set functions for the string functions. And so what this does is it goes through and runs all these different commands and verifies that they got the right result. So that's actually a really nice way to verify it. So you kind of see the flow here of open, delete in this case of the key, because this is, again, notice is a key values data store. So it's deleting the key so that I have fresh results where things get put. And then I do a Redis get set, and then I set and I get, and I verify that I got the right value back. So that's pretty much the function. And after I do that, then I'll hit a close. And I'll issue the close to the command. So that's kind of the basic flow. Now, if I wanted to run another command here, okay, and I'd go back to here and say I want to run the a list function. I want to do an ls length function, and then I basically, this is length, which basically tells me the length of a list. How many elements does it have in it, basically? So in this case, I'm pushing a value into it, and I push 100 values into it, and then I go verify that I got 100 back. So that's pretty much the straightforward answer for that test. So anyway, I think going through these examples here will give you a pretty good idea of how to run each of the commands and how to use the toolkit to be productive with it. So any questions, feel free to contact Bravo Data Systems, and we'll be happy to go into more detail on these things. Anyway, I trust this is helpful, and have a good day.